We are now in the flow. We understand the importance of impacts. We've learned how to write them and also how to deliver them. But what is it that we actually write about? Now, when we first start writing impacts, the subject will usually be decided in the heat of battle. Now, what I mean by that, it'll be decided at the end of the day. It'll be decided when you're breaking down your day. And at this point of the evaluation, you'll decide what worked well for you that day and what you could have improved on for that day if you had the day all over again. Now, let's say you've broken down the day and looked at your gauges and you identified that the presentation to close was pretty healthy. And you break down a bit further and you realise that was due to you being able to read 2 positive buying signs of the customer, and as soon as you've seen the buying signs, you moved over towards a close. Well, if that's the case, then that should be the subject for your impact for that now. Now, writing an impact on something you did well will allow you to be able to dig deep into that skill. It'll allow you to be able to understand how it helped you and also how it helped the customer. All in all, it'll enable you to be able to systemize what you did so you'll be able to replicate the success again. Now, let's say on the other instance, you and your leader have done the breakdown and you looked at the gauges, and after the evaluation you've seen there's a certain skill which you didn't really excel in that day. Well, this could be the subject of your next impact. Now, I know you might say, why would you try and write an impact and try and deliver an impact at something you're not very good at? But if we look at it, let's talk about Barcelona Football Club. Let's say they've just gone and lost in a game. Do you think they'll just turn around and say, oh well, maybe next time? They're not going to do that. They're going to get in the change room, they're going to break it down, break down the set plays, evaluate what happened. Well, we're exactly the same. And in doing so, we'll be able to evaluate the day, break it down in a bit more detail. The next way you can decide which topic to write about is look at the gauges of an office. So if you're really looking to further ahead your development now, and you're really looking to develop a team of people, look at the gauges of the team. Any great office and any great team are consistently moving forward. Now, it may not be possible to move forward every single day. The world doesn't really work like that. But if you were to plot a team over a 6-week period and they're moving in a forward direction, that is a way to achieve the success you're looking for. And the way you can do that is evaluate the team's gauges and plotting the education and development that they need from those gauges. So look at the gauges. Look at them from left to right. Compare them to the ideal gauges from that campaign. Where is the team falling short? What areas can be improved on? All this information is readily available for your campaign manager. You can get this information an hour after everybody's finished on the field. So from this information, I'm then going to write my impact, and then I'll deliver the impact the next day. Whether this will be in the office, whether this will be during the team meeting, whether this will be on the field, whether this will be on the road trip, wherever it may be. Now, when choosing a subject, try to be as specific as possible. We see so often where a person's subject for an impact will be closing. But think about how broad and complex a subject that is. And if I can teach closing in just 4 minutes, well then you've got some really good skills, because I know myself, I can't personally do that. As we know, there are many different sectors of the close. Be it the harder close, be it the softer close, be it the overturning objection, the closing with action, closing with confidence. The list could go on and on and on. So you may have a collection of 10 plus impacts on the subject of the close. It is good practice to keep yourself a folder. Keep the folder just for impacts, and maybe divide it into different skills and different mentalities. This will help you to be able to scale your team and your business and be able to provide them a library of information that they need to move themselves further forward, and you and yourself will become a very effective leader from there.